Okay, we are now going to go into part two into how to understand the Leo woman. Now, I left in the area where she can be extremely beautiful and extremely captivating, and her smile engages you. But here's the thing. She can be very, very irritating when she's not getting her attention. We talked about negative attention and positive attention. You have to make sure that you give this woman your undivided attention. Otherwise, she can become real hell on wheels. Oh, yeah. See, another thing is that it really helps if you have some money. You're going to have some money because she is high maintenance. She's high maintenance, not just and fastidious, very fastidious. She's not just that way materially, because this is a material girl. Madonna is a Leo. And if you watch that video from the 80s, Material Girl, I love that video. And in the 80s, it was like that. See, the 80s was the Leo decade. Everybody had money. There were people who were loners and renegades, and there was lots of money. The country was doing really good. Even the poor were doing good. There was a lot of great entertainers. It was the vanguard of the videos and MTV, and it was just explosive. Theater was on fire. Musical Broadway was on fire. Everyone wanted to be an actor. Everyone went to the theater. Everybody, because there was a lot of money in the 80s, everybody wanted to have the best clothes, the best car, be the best dressed, live in the best suburbs. That's Leo. So if you're dealing with a woman that's in her late 40s or early 50s, she comes from that generation, and she is not gonna, when we were young, because I'm 40 now, I'll be 50 in September, we all grew up in the 80s. And the biggest dreams that we had when we left high school was to become rich and be self-made millionaires. That psychology really never leaves you. Even though life hits you after 30, 40, that still doesn't leave you. If you have the opportunity to get a guy that got that kind of money and that kind of promise, I'm telling you, she will have you forever. Understand that you're going to have some money if you're going to deal with this woman, because she's high maintenance. Don't buy nothing cheap. Don't. She will be so disappointed and so hurt, like Miss Cancer. She'll take it personally. She's gonna think that she's not worth it. So you gotta be careful. You're gonna have to come correct. You save your coins, for you guys that are a little bit dry in the pocket. Make it a yearly thing to see her. That way it seems that more grand. If you're a monthly dude, then save your money monthly to deal with her. It really depends on your pocket, because she's going to require a good evening with her just to give you. I went out with a Leo woman, and, she was a top executive of Hollywood executive. She was involved in a lot of major films. I can't mention it, and I can't mention her name. And we had dinner together with another friend of mine. And that dinner alone cost $3,000. And it was nothing to her. And we didn't eat all that fancy, and we didn't eat much either. I was still damn hungry after I was done. But the wine, she bought an $800 wine. And then when I went to the bathroom, I went to the waiter and I said, "Why is that wine $800? Can I see the label?" He goes, "It's not the label, sir. It's that you cannot find this wine within a 500-mile radius from here." Whoa! And this is New York City. And within a 500-mile radius, you couldn't find that bottle. Yes, she knew exactly where to go to the restaurant where they will have that bottle. She knows exactly where to go for the best foods, the best restaurants, the best lounges, the best clubs, the best places to buy the best clothing, the best jewelry. Oh no, this woman is all luxury. And she knows it, and she was born to have it. So understand that. But she's also very high maintenance emotionally. She has a lot of shifting moods and needs, and she doesn't quite understand or even know why she has them or how to process them. And that can be kind of like exhausting to her men. So understand that. She'll throw temper tantrums like a child, or she'll brood in a corner if she doesn't get enough attention. Or she will be brutally honest but also cruel with it. Again, just to get a reaction because she's bored. So don't let a Leo woman become bored with you or a situation, because that's when she can become really dangerous. I'm telling you. See, psychologically, she's still a child inside. Deep down, she never really grows up like Peter Pan. But you see, here is where maybe this can do you some good. She's not designed to grow up emotionally. And that's a big shit. That's some big stuff I just said. You have to understand that in the Catholic Church or in the churches in our Western culture, Jesus Christ is also perceived as the child, the divine child of Antioch, the divine child of Jesus Christ. In the Aleister Crowley deck of tarot cards, the number 19 is the sun. And the symbol of that key is the little boy or a little child on a horse. You also see it on the rider deck and on the weight deck. And it symbolizes the inner child in us. So all of us have an inner child, and that's symbolized by the sun. And in religion, it's symbolized by the child, the golden child, the child of Mary that she's carrying. That's our inner sun. Just like the child of our solar system is that sun. And he knows no good or no bad. We use the sun to get suntan and to also power our grids on the planet. But the sun can also destroy us and kill us and give us cancer. And the sun doesn't know that it's doing both. The sun just is. And you have to understand that that is the psychological bedrock of the Leo woman. To try to change her to be something that she doesn't know what else to be will be total cruelty to this woman. Total cruelty to this woman. You cannot force her to be something that she's not. Especially if you want her to be less feminine, if you want her to be less, herself. That's why she has a lot of heartbreaks and stormy breakups, because, she wants to be who she is. And that means being ultra feminine, ultra coquettish, grand, high maintenance. Listen, if you want the good, you gotta take the bad. And it's not. Oh, I almost bit my tongue. That means I said something I shouldn't have said. But it doesn't mean that you have to. It's not really bad, because she doesn't believe that she's doing anything bad. She's just being herself. But the thing is, you know what they say, no man is an island. And she believes that she is an island. See? Emotionally, she is self-unaware. And physically, she's a femme fatale. But that other phrase that I said was actually more important. She is emotionally unaware. 3 dots behind that sentence. Of what? She's not aware of her own environment. She's not aware of her own environment. She's not aware of her own needs, and that they need to be met and that they need to be fulfilled. She's not aware of that. My battery is dying a little because my battery's that always happens to me. I'm sorry about that. That means I gotta speed up. She has physically she's a femme fatale. And what I mean by the fact that she's a femme fatale is that a woman like that can get you killed or she'll kill you. Think of, again, Basic Instinct with Sharon Stone, with the ice pick. That can be perceived as a Leo woman with that kind of obsession. And men are easy prey to her because they cannot escape her allure, her mystery, like Miss Scorpio. Okay, she has complicated needs and emotional longings. like Miss Capricorn and Miss Cancer. And these complicated needs will arise because her basic needs are not met. And like for a Capricorn woman and a Cancer woman, their needs are separate. Every woman's needs is different. The Leo woman is no different. Her basic need is to love her and accept her as she is. Because that's the best way she can be, and that is the best gift any man can have and appreciate, is to allow her to be who she is. Then they really got something here. Okay? People have a hard time figuring her out. What her specific problems are. They don't know what her problems are. She don't know what her problems are. That's how complicated and deeply buried she can make these feelings in order not to deal with them. She has a problem seeing herself objectively. She doesn't see herself how other people see her. She has a problem seeing herself and therefore learning from herself, because she can't see herself. And that again is the bedrock of the narcissism, because it's all about that person and nobody else matters and doesn't even care, because it's so self-sustaining that they just use people, or people kind of feel used by a Leo woman or by a Leo man. And it's not that they mean to use you, it's that they just feel entitled. Sometimes a little bit too entitled, and that can offend people. Miss Capricorn does the same thing as well. Okay. She's all personality, because that's the other thing that I didn't talk about is her personality. Leo is a sign of the personality and the ego. And this means expressing herself, expressing who she is, ego expression and personality expression. She will be different people at different times and different people with different people. She will never get old. She is a goddess manifested in physical matter. Like the Earth Queen, Miss Capricorn, but there can only be one queen of each element. Capricorn is the Earth Queen. The Fire Queen is Leo. And forgive me, Miss Aries, because you're cardinal fire. But your day came and went. Our universe is lit because of the fire of Aries. But workable fire, it won't scorch us like Aries, is Leo. And that is a splendid beauty to behold. Okay. Now, she believes in her own greatness. She do. She believes in her own greatness. She believes that she is God, in a way. Yeah, in a way. She believes she's God. Because she's so unaware, she cannot appreciate the damage that she's causing around her. See, that's a problem. Due to her excitement, she can hurt you, burn you, and devour you with her internal excitement, with her ability to be so dramatic, melodramatic even, and sometimes fatalistic. She's not she's not the most attentive woman in the world. And she always seems distracted when you're talking to her, or almost like she's doesn't have the patience to really hear out your emotional needs. But you better show differently when it comes to her expressing her emotional needs and wants. But she could care less about yours, unless she's really into you and loves you. Otherwise, and don't bring her a lot of complaints. Don't bring her a lot of nagging. She'll hate you and she will lose attraction for you. So if you don't nag her about your shit, because then she's going to think that you're weak, like Miss Scorpio and Miss Capricorn. You cannot do that with cardinal signs, Aries and Libra included. You can't do that. You cannot, if you have weaknesses and if you have frustrations, go outside, go to the gym, do something, but don't bring it to her. Remember, she is the center of her own universe. So therefore, she's not going to be able to see objectively your problem. If anything, it'll sound like wah, 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 wah. Like we say against guys, that women are always wah, 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 wah. Well, she thinks that way of men that are nagging and bring complaints to her. Remember, this is a masculine fire sign. And that's her expression of her masculine side. She don't got time and patience to deal with other people's feelings and needs. You're there to fulfill her own. She doesn't see your needs. She cannot see past her own son. And I need you to really understand that. Okay. She has a stubborn mentality. Remember, it's a fixed sign like Scorpio and Taurus and Aquarius. Stubborn. Stubborn. You won't get past first base with her if she clings to an ideology or an issue or problem. She won't rely on emotional explanations to your problems. She's not gonna, and she's gonna come across like she doesn't care about you emotionally concerning your problems. Either she wants to hear them objectively without the emotion. In fact, she will ignore your emotions, and that can make her come across as insensitive. And in many ways, she can be. She likes to deal with issues intellectually. Okay? She should be more emotionally considerate of other people, and that's a problem. She's not emotionally too considerate. She can be emotionally kind of very selfish in the sense that she will not open up to you and allow you to see her as she really is. She holds that for herself. I don't think she even is comfortable showing it to her man or her husband. Don't be surprised if she doesn't bring you home to her private abode. That might take time, especially if it's to meet her parents. The little woman is beautiful. The little woman is great. And I believe I gave you plenty for you to chew on. This concludes how to understand a little woman. Understand that she has basic needs. Love her, cherish her, let her be. Have a lot of money in your pocket and a lot of resources, and you will not have a problem with her. Thank you.